So we're discussing combination of pulleys now. So the first example that we have already looked at is single movable pulley with a single fixed pulley bearing a load. We find out that the effort required to lift this load without acceleration or to balance it is half of mg, where the load itself is mg. We understand the reason is because there are two ropes that are supporting this, one of them being supported by the rigid support, and it is only this T2, the tension in this rope, that has to be supported by this. So therefore the mechanical advantage of this is 2, because you are only giving half of the load as effort, and the velocity ratio will also be 2, because mechanical advantage equals velocity ratio multiplied by efficiency, and efficiency in an idealized situation, of course, in this case is 1. Now the question is, by using multiples of the same type, are we going to be able to reduce the effort required even further? So what would that look like? One way in which that can be done is just multiples of the same thing, except there will be one small change. I'll show you what that is. So here is one pulley, that is just to change the direction. Here comes another pulley, okay, and then the effort. Now the way in which you load this is, these two pulleys, they have to together bear the weight mg. Okay, so now would either Jigmet or Manya volunteer to say, take a guess about what is the effort that is required. So the load is of course mg. What do you think is the effort that has to be applied over here in order to in order for sigma f to be equal to 0, that is for equilibrium to be maintained? So any guess, whatever you think. If you want to give the reason, you can give the reason, or you can make a guess and you can leave it at that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so we suspect that the effort would be a quarter of the load that is there, but the reason why it could be a quarter, that we have to explore a little bit. So intuitively you are able to say that it is quarter, either by looking at this and saying, well, the mechanical advantage should be double of what it is, because there are two pulleys here instead of one, or four pulleys, that is two movable, two fixed, of one movable and one fixed. So from that arguments, maybe you are saying that I think it could be quarter. Either way, okay, we have some figure to work with, but now we have to prove it why it is 1 quarter. So let's say we start with the same arguments as we did for this case originally. All these four ropes that are bearing this weight has got tension in it. Of course, this also has tension, but that is because of the effort. Now the question that can be asked is, how much do you think the tension in each one of this case is? So I think Jigmet can answer that question, but I am just admitting her now. So therefore, to complete that point, there is tension in these four ropes, and because these ropes are parallel to one another and they are balancing the load equally between them, so the forces in them will all be the same, and naturally if they are all the same, it will have to be 1/4 of mg. So therefore the effort required to balance T4, which is what we are interested in, will be equal to 1/4 of mg. So from intuition we have now given a proof, veritable proof for why the effort required is 1/4 of mg. So the mechanical advantage, which will be the load divided by the effort, is mg upon 1/4 of mg. So therefore mechanical advantage is 4. If the mechanical advantage is 4 for a pulley which has an efficiency of 1, we are assuming that it has an efficiency of 1. No masses for the pulleys, no frictional values, ropes are infinitely rigid, but they are also massless, very weird, but that's how we consider it. Eta is equal to 1, that means mechanical advantage will, is equal to velocity ratio times eta. Eta is 1, mechanical advantage is 4, so VR will also be equal to 4. What that means is that if you move the effort side rope by 100 centimeters, that is 1 meter, then the load will go up only 1/4 of the effort. So that will go up only by 25 centimeters. So what you gain in terms of the mechanical advantage, you lose in terms of the distance moved by the load. And that is in keeping of things, because the law of conservation of energy cannot be flouted. So with that, we come to the end of this combination of pulleys. Naturally, the more such pulleys you keep adding, the more advantageous it is in terms of um, the effort that you have to apply, and less advantageous in terms of the distance with which you move the load. Now, this of course is a very cumbersome way of organizing the pulleys, right? Because typically you may want to lift up 1,000 kilograms, and you may want one person to be able to apply the effort to lift up 1,000 kilograms. So the number of pulleys that you have to add can go up to quite a large extent. So if you keep doing this, then it may not be a good way of organizing things, because it will be space consuming, it will be time consuming to set it up, etc., etc. So naturally there are ways in which we can compact the entire thing, many number of pulleys compacted into one thing, which is what is known as a block and tackle system. How the block and tackle system is arranged, how it is organized, and how to draw it, because the drawing of the block and tackle system is an often asked question. So those things we will pick it up in the next session when we meet again.